Welcome to Las Vegas Trader YouTube channel and a weekly analysis video of the markets. Let's jump right in and take a look what has happened last week and review what the charts are telling us for the upcoming week. For some reason, TradingView is not showing the correct bars on for the indices because this is S&P 500. And as you can see here on this is thinkorswim, I only use this for charting. So this is Nasdaq. So let's take a look at oh, wait a minute, let me see here. See, this is a thinkorswim and this is TradingView. They're not showing the correct charts. So but let's just see what happened here. So I did call for a still bullish move, and that's exactly what happened. We had a pullback, and then prices moved up, and then moved down, and we are sitting. This is kind of hard to. Let me just see. Let me switch this over. So as you can see here, we produced a new high, and then we got rejected on the S&P 500. On a weekly chart, as you can see, we produced a topping tail, and on a monthly chart, still we have about 2.5 weeks or so, 3 weeks left. So if we form a topping tail on the monthly chart, we're definitely going lower. Let's look at the Nasdaq. That's my main indicator for the markets, because technology stocks pretty much drive nowadays the markets. But as you can see, the charts here on TradingView doesn't show the correct candle. Here is the correct view of the chart on a daily chart. Okay, so I want to go on record. I'm calling that this is we formed the top and we will not go any higher. We formed the top and we are going lower from now on. I just want to go on record. That's my prediction. Do not take this as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm calling a top on last Friday. So let's look at the weekly chart here. And let me see here for a second what the weekly looks like. It's not loading for some reason. Okay, but as you can see, we formed on a weekly chart on Nasdaq indecision, topping tail, bottom tail, whatever you want to call that. And I think we are going lower from now on. As like I said, we formed a top on Friday, huge rejection, and we will not see higher prices anymore. But that's just my prediction. Everybody's got one, and but thus far I have been pretty accurate with the markets. So so this is Nasdaq. This is Dow Jones. How come it's not? It's not showing. It's not loading charts here. Daily chart. It's not loading on Thinkorswim for some reason. Okay, so Dow Jones, same thing on a daily. As you can see, it formed a topping tail on a weekly chart. A bottoming tail, but far away from the moving averages. And the monthly chart is just a small bar, a bottoming tail and a small bar. So once we close above below this, say 38,100 or so, we're probably going lower. That's what I'm predicting on all the markets and all the indices. Russell 2000, as you can see, we failed to break and close above this high, and we formed a topping tail. So just like the other three indices, this is the weekly chart, and this is the monthly chart. So same thing. Let's take a look at the oil. Daily chart. We're still sitting right at the 200-day moving average. The 20-day moving average is rising. So when I saw this bar, this green bar take off, and I was hoping it was going to close above this red bar, but it did not. It just pulled back, and the following 2 days it just moved lower. So, but we are still sitting right at 200, and the 20 is rising. So let's take a look at the weekly here. So we are sitting right at the 50-day moving average on a weekly, and I like the crude oil to move higher from what I see here, because we are above the moving averages. And on the monthly chart, we're still kind of rejecting this 20-day moving average, slightly sloping down. So, but we still have 3 weeks in the month. Gold and silver. As you remember from last week, I stated that we stayed above the moving averages and we broke through, and we were going to see a higher prices on gold and silver. And look what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This bar was formed right at the 20-day moving average, and we just erased all this action, and we broke through the all-time high, and we are sitting right at 1185. 2203 is intraday high, but so we kind of formed a topping tail sort of halfway through here. On a weekly chart, really strong bar. So 1, 2, 3 weeks to the upside, and on a monthly chart, we just broke through all this, and nothing to the left. So we might see small pullback, probably maybe test this tail here. So maybe let's call it 2150 or so, and then continue higher, because this is just too strong. These two bars, they're just really powerful. So just pull back and just continue for gold. And look at silver. As you remember, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last Friday, this is the last Friday's bar. I said if we break through this 200-day moving average, we are going higher. We're probably going to hit $25. maybe 26, but that was a little pushing it. But $25, we were right there. 24.86 or so. So this is the daily chart, the weekly. Very nice. So we are sitting right at resistance. This congestion here. And on a monthly chart, we are forming this nice green bar right off of the 50 and the 20-day moving average. So small pullback the next 3 weeks. I'm hoping just breaks through these recent highs here of 26.50 or so, and the following months, $30 would be the target for silver. You can always go back and rewatch the previous video last week and see exactly what I said, what I called for. So I'm pretty accurate on these. I'm pretty accurate on these videos here. So just go back and watch and see what I said. Here's Bitcoin daily chart. As you remember, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were sitting right over here, and I called for. This is the weekly chart. This was the bar, the weekly bar. So I called for a small pullback and then hitting the all-time highs, and that's exactly what happened. And this is the monthly chart. So we will see a pullback. I mean, this is super overextended. We will probably see possibly this week, because this was pretty nasty red bar on a daily chart and the weekly. Yeah, we are a little bit overextended, and we are sitting right at all-time highs. So let's see what happens. This is the dollar. As you remember last week, this was the bar that was formed, erased this green bar right off the 20-day moving average. I called for lower prices, and that's exactly what happened, because the dollar moves most of the time inverse to the fundamentals. So that's exactly what happened. We moved lower, and we formed, we hit this support, and we bounced off, and we formed this bottoming tail on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, so we did retrace roughly 50%. And let's take a look at the monthly here. Yes, I like lower prices for the dollar. So we might see, this is the daily chart. So we might see a day or two of higher prices and then fall back down. So that would be the weekly, the new weekly bar. And if we retest this 50-day moving average and then move lower, that's probably what we might see. And here's the monthly again. And here's the bond market. As you remember, I talked about how it formed this bottom here, and it failed to break through, and it moved above the 20-day moving average. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the Friday's candle, and we moved above the 200 and the 50. So we are above the moving averages on a daily chart. And now the weekly chart, as you remember, I said as long as this 20-day moving average holds, the prices going lower, we should see higher prices, and that's exactly what has happened. But the 50-day moving average is still acting as resistance, so probably we're going to break through, and I would hope we hit around $100 on TLT. This is the weekly, the monthly. As you remember, I said that once we erase this red bar and break through the, the well, the 20-day moving average, which is declining, we're going to see continuation probably to the 200-day moving average, which is sitting right at, say, 118, 120. So that's what I think is going to happen. And let's see, this is the weekly chart. So 120, 118, 120 would put us right over here, which would be this resistance here. And the 200-day moving average would probably decline over several weeks, and we will meet it right at 118, 120. So that's what I would like to see. Okay, that's it for this week. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share with anyone and everyone you think might like and benefit from the content on my channel. Welcome all new subscribers, and please go back and review the previous video last week. These videos are pretty accurate. I want to say about between 80 and 95% accuracy. It's all on record. So go back and look at it and rewatch the videos. Thanks again. See you next week.